You know, you see Valier making these huge swings from one side of the circle to the other to flank two different teams within 90 seconds of each other. They worked the socks off and it paid off for them.
Impressive to see from an in-game leader to sort of position his troops effectively, but as you can see, it's a relatively eastern plane, maybe causing a few problems for the likes of Tempo Storm. It's going to be long drops for them, that's for sure, but everybody else will be seemingly safe. Rumblers, let's see what they do, because South George had been their home so far this tournament. Will they maybe even contest Faceland back down at the Milto, or will somebody go on to Sosnovka, because nobody currently occupies the island?
Yeah, and this should clean up the FaZe Knights and Incognito drop that we saw last game, because there were some stretches on that previous plane. It looks like we're actually going to see FaZe drop late onto Sosnovka, so I don't know if they're going to go towards Nova, and we also see Rumblers drop on as well, so we've actually got
Mexi?
8 players now drop all the way. Is Mexi AFK? No, he's out. He's out.
There we go.
So yeah, a bit of a switch up here. We're going to have 2 teams contesting for Sosnovka, so going to be interesting to see whether or not we're going to see an east or west circle, whether or not we see the bridge camp come into play maybe.
It's not too surprising from FaZe Clan. We have seen them dropping down on Sosnovka Island a number of times, you know, if the drop is a little too long for them, but not too surprised to see them change. But Spacestation Gaming, you can see they've ended up engineering themselves once again. First out the plane, easy for them into Verni. Well, that's going to be a bit of a rotation that's happened out there. That's, oh dear.
Oh no.
Oh man, your boy Dre died first in the last game as well, didn't he?
Yes.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah, that's
in chat, people.
That's not the start we want to see for Tempo. We're not really seeing Tempo operate at their usual level right now, and it's a bit of a shame to see.
Well, Spacestation Gamer, they were the winners of the last game. Valiant in-game leader for the team. Did fantastic. Let's hear what they had to say.
The initial drop of games, the only thing we're really going to talk about for the most part is if we have a bad plane. Noticing if we want to stretch to our zone, if we want to spend time dropping for vehicles and go into actually like looting and then playing circles late. For the most part, if it's a dead center zone, a dead center plane, and we drop on our spot, we're pretty much just getting the right mindset, making sure everyone's good, and we're on the same page, because there's not much you can plan for before you see the circle. So.
Well, we can see the circle now, and it is going to be the longest of rotates for Spacestation Gaming, because it's a Sosnovka Island circle, ladies and gentlemen. We're going down, and of course that suits the likes of FaZe Clan and the Rumblers who dropped there this time around.
I mean, nowadays we can't call it the dead military yet. We've seen crazier things happen, but yeah, already seen G2 make a pretty bold move, already sending Brexico to the crossroads. So this is interesting. We're jumping on board now with Team Liquid, 4-man rotating towards Westbridge.
And notice the time. Yeah,
exactly.
This has been the standard Team Liquid move. Navi never contest them at this point. They never contested them at the bridge. And Team Liquid, you know, pre-3 minutes coming out of Pachinki. Now the plane path semi-suited them. It wasn't the quickest to get down into Pachinki for them, but so they're going to be pretty low looted. Now, the problem for them is they're going to be looking to get into these houses, and as you can see, Microfy is there already. These are the houses they're going to be looking to go to just to pick a little bit of loot and then go central, maybe look towards the edge of Sosnovka or something like that. I mean, they might be surprised by the Rumblers being there already.
Yeah, but the thing is, with Team Liquid moving this quickly, even if they're sacrificing looting for another minute or so, they're going to be able to get onto Sosnovka, and you know, more often than not, these northern compounds on Sosnovka Island are going to provide a little more loot at least. We actually see Tempo, after losing one early, we're sending everybody across in a boat. Actually, no, sorry.
That's gone wrong. They've taken down Latam Brethren. And again, we saw this last matchup, Singularity losing so many players in rotations. It was the same. And Biloft, they are benefiting from it. Another 3 kills. Remember, they were the ones that got your boy Dre at the start as well. Biloft really are fragging out today. Meanwhile, FaZe and G2, they've already moved over the island, of course, and they are actually engaging a little bit. You can see also that's Ghost Gaming, that's Shrimzy. So Ghost have pulled up in a boat as well on the edge of Novo.
We're actually seeing a lot of teams move extremely early here. Ghost, typically we see them set up some bridge camps and try and pressure other teams. Yeah, Uber getting the opening knock onto Balok here over at Novo.
Oh my word, this is a dangerous run. I'm going to say he's in the open. He kind of just looked around to see what was around him, but surely Shrimzy will take him down. He's in the open. He has to take the peek. But Chris gets Shrimzy down and saves Uber. Uber finally gets down by Drassel there. FaZe Clan all over the place. Uber's going to get flushed out. Drassel will take him down, but you can see Shrimzy also finished off, trying to get the heal up on Balok to get him back on his feet, but it's all going off in Novo so far.
Well, all three of these teams that have moved early, and I was just about to say, we typically see Ghost take these, you know, bold bridge. Wow. Okay. Hello, best of luck.
This is over at the east-western bridge. Good lord, I can't even get my north, south, east, west right. But best of luck, just run over, should be revived. That was just Atletico blasting on through. Now Luke has to still come through. So Zoidmate getting through there, but Na'Vi are going to be ready and waiting for some other teams to come through it now.
Yeah, we've actually still got one player on board with Luke as well. So that's two members of Atletico that are actually still on the north side of the bridge. And it's going to be difficult for them now, with Na'Vi the knowledge knowing that there's only two people on the bike that have gone through first. Na'Vi are in a position now to say, okay, we know the other two guys are going to come too.
I love this, the eye tracking. You can see exactly where Drassel's looking. He's checking every little inch of the corner of the room, checking every little window. It's always interesting me when they're looking out the window. It's like, where do they look? Like, everywhere. Everywhere at once. We were talking about the bridges. This is over on the East Bridge. G2 catching Incognito on the move. That's going to be a couple more coming through in a moment. Brixico ready for this. Oh, no. Space Station. Hetra, they've no idea. He's no idea that Hetra's here.
No, not a clue.
And Hetra's just making sure he's on his own, right?
Yeah, I think Hetra's just going to wait and see if a second teammate is going to appear. And actually, you can see the kill feed. He's already picked up Charlie. Gets the confirm as well. So that's a nice early kill for SSG there.
The Knights are on that coastline as well. Very crowded. They're all looking for the boats, obviously, over there. Now Brixico, that's a couple of good shots. Waiki Kamuk out. Well, he's getting all sorts of problems at the moment. Brixico with the spray down, not going to catch him out. So Incognito get away with it and get across the bridge untouched.
Yeah, and I mean, this is the power that you get from kind of getting to this crossroads compound early. We saw Brixico move before the second minute had even closed out. And this eastern bridge is usually where we see most of the action. You can see Hell Yeah Brother passing Knights down by the crates here, just by Milton Power. They should be able to get away from this once it's not connecting with too many there. But
I hope they have a boat, because Knights are now causing a problem for themselves with Hell Yeah Brother. Okay.
By leaving it this late,
yeah. Well, not only that, but, you know, if you shoot the team that goes past you, sure, you want to pick up the points, but now you leave us a problem. If you don't get to the bridge before them, they're going to camp you out. So it's kind of what goes around comes around, effectively.
Yeah, and actually just north of this, if we can take a quick peek at the map, we do see J-Sank all the way up towards Kameshki, so I'm pretty sure SSG is struggling to find
He's got a boat. He's got a boat.
He's got a boat, yeah.
He must have gone all the way up there to find a boat. He had to have. So they finally found one. Oh, there's an Ormint there. That's going to be Rumblers. They're happy about that. They're already in military, so they're pretty well looted. Na'Vi, oh my God, that's all four in a boat. Okay, now this is consequential from Atletico. They had a couple of shots on them on the bridge. We saw them go by and run over Bestlosh. Na'Vi, of course, getting the revive back in there, but they were engaged and kind of caught up in a fight. They didn't want to push the bridge. The camp was in there, so instead they've decided to take the boat and go up on the coastline. Atletico also done the same. They've got two in the boat, two into Sosnovka itself. We see Rumblers taking shots on tempo.
Yeah, no, this is smart play from Luke. And like I said, Na'Vi would have been able to identify. It was only two players that had gone past. They knew that there was going to be two that needed to rotate. So great awareness there to go. We actually see the three members of SSG that didn't get the boat coming pretty close to Hell Yeah Brother.
Yeah, they're all trying to make this pass through Mill to Power and get as far as they can. Any lucky shots maybe going to come out. Doesn't look like it. The Knights, they've got five. I was about to say four in a boat, but there's three in a boat because Wanted seemingly missed the ferry. And he's kind of been left alone there. So 3 in a boat for the Knights. Now, there's a bit of history on this. We've seen quite a few bad boats in PEL of recent. FaZe Clan, by the way, while that was all happening, they've got themselves up on the tower. Now, this could potentially be the key point. But remember, they lost Uber already, so there's only 3 of them up there.
Yeah, but this is such a strong position.
And look, sorry to cut across. Look, we just saw it on the map. Look at Team Liquid. They are the team that love to catch boats, and they're on that coastline once again, looking to see who's going to come in behind.
Yeah, and then these late rotators as well, they come in, they're going to take damage from blue, they're low on meds already. It just ends up easy pickings if Team Liquid can catch up any easy kills.
We don't know what Shark is doing. I can only assume. I've been watching him and I thought, oh, maybe he's just had a crash PC. I don't know. But he's still been looting up there, so I don't really know what he's playing at. The rest of his team, obviously, the other 2 players, well, Mexi took one to the face there, just backed away. But Circle Shrink, it favors FaZe Clan. It does look like it's going to be one of these hillside finishes.
Yeah, and FaZe getting up here early, like we've already said, they're down a player, but this position's so strong. as long as they're aware and they're going to stop teams pushing up to them, they can still hold that as 3.
There's 2 ways to it, right, this hill spot. Sometimes you don't really get anything.
Yes.
Because it's all happening around you.
And you can't overpeak the teams that are at bottom.
Yeah. So it's like a hit and miss. I remember seeing FaZe win on this spot with massive kills, but I remember DA also being on this spot and having like nothing until the last circle. And speaking to them, they're just like, yeah, it kind of sucks. You can't do anything about it. Team Liquid, though, they're going to have that back hill position, which can be very, very strong.
I mean, actually, they've got so much space now. We see Senya looking to pick up kill onto one of these guys. Actually, wow, we got
that was a drive-by coming in.
Oh.
A drive-by on Na'Vi, and Senya goes down. That did not work out for Na'Vi. They did get a little bit of revenge, but they lose their in-game leader. Meanwhile, Bitloff go down 16th place. They're Incognito in the end, taking them down.
Yeah, and that's Incognito fighting off that spot that's just north of G2 at the crossroads. So I think they've taken the watchtower position that's just west of them, as we're still on board here with the Na'Vi Red Canids fight. We've got some smokes down and nades coming either way.
That's right, next to Bestalosh, he's going to catch him. Raspu catches it down, so Aduzi now on his own as they both peek around the smoke. There's nades do the job, but it's nade back and forth. But Andy, you can see, Pokemoldoy was coming in from behind. Andy's the last man standing for... oh no!
He dropped a nade when he got knocked.
No. Oh, that's not good. Andy, last man standing. Pokemolodoy, the nade's going to go straight towards Andy's tree. Can he keep them at bay? He's going to roll up to the UAZ. Gets the shots down, confirms the kills, though, on Aduzi and Bestalosh. Make sure he gets the points and leaves it down to that 1v1. Pokemolodoy tossing out the nades, but it's all at a loss. He's going to be the last man standing. Raspu will go down. Nades continuing, and Pokemolodoy nades for days as Na'Vi take down Red Canids.
Actually, wow, yeah, we actually see C9 here engaging with Rumblers. Rumblers pushing all the way out of military base. And actually, C9, weirdly enough, not all stacked up on this compound.
Rumblers, of course, started out on Sosnovka. It was their backup drop location. Profi trying to do the rope-a-dope, get around on Microfries. He peeks around, Stout waiting for him, needs to make sure he doesn't hold that peak. Gives his position away a little bit with the AK. And now, look, Microfry dodges back in. Where did he get that shot from? Godspeed on an off angle, comes around the side.
Yeah, and actually, we've got Nerf and K-Mind off here. They've already started pulling away from the fight, so I'm not sure what the thought process was there, but Profi left alone at the compound. Unfortunately, wow, Zampo taking a lot of damage from that nade. We see Tempo picking up 2 knocks onto Athletico, 1 flush.
This is what I was talking about with FaZe's position. Like, everything happens around you, and you can't really get involved in it because there's only so many positions on this hill that people want to find. It's not going well for Tempo, and the Australian team, Athletico, have been really tearing it up so far, but there's only 2 of them standing. There's going to be another kill coming in, confirmed. Maluke will go down.
And actually, we still have Sharky way
away.
outside. So that's unfortunate that Maluk and Zampo are getting caught up in a fight in that weird terrain that's just outside the military base off the runway.
Well, the circle continues. It shrinks down. It's still going to be FaZe Clan in the center along with Team Liquid on that hillside position. G2, who did come over early on from their farm drop. They're watching Hell Yeah Brother down at the sort of edge of Novo right now. You can see Chris trying to line up. Chung bleeding out there. Wanted still.
This was the man that was left.
He's still going.
He was the one that missed the ferry. So.
Missed the boat. How did it play out for them? Knights have actually got up the hill, so Knights are in a really good spot. They're creeping up on FaZe Clan on the hillside.
Yeah, and this is the interesting thing. Early to mid game, with this position that FaZe Clan have taken,
he can never make that swim, right?
There's no way.
There's no way he can make that swim, yeah.
But Knights are in a position now to slowly start applying a pressure to FaZe, get closer and closer up that dirt hill. And like I've already said, FaZe Clan can't over-peak too much on that because everybody looks towards that observatory. And there's Sharky.
Well, they tried to come into, he thought he found himself a nice little hangar free, but Microfry was ready and waiting from the Rumblers, who really find themselves actually on the edge of the circle now. They're kind of out of position unless we see the circle shrink across towards them. There's Wanted. He's just trying to get as many kills as he can, but there's nothing to be had, I don't think. Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah.
Crush, yeah. Crusher was silly.
It looked like he had an 8x on the mini there, but they are some fast shots. We're talking 700 meters, 800 meters across that one.
Oh, that's an arm in that crate, just to bait you.
Yeah.
Just to bait you into the water. The only chance he has is find a vehicle and bomb it over the bridge, but I don't think so.
Yeah, and actually SSG manages to regroup after
that's
getting
a 4-man
the boat. But again, This side of the Sosnovka Island, this is just all open field. So, I mean, this long sloping hill that comes up, there's a shack there, but Team Liquid obviously occupying that spot down to the south is going to cause some problems for SSG because Ghost Gamer were already in the barn outside Novo.
This is still a very greedy split from Team Liquid.
It is, yeah.
Holding that sort of side, that side of the hill. I expect them to move up. They're going to almost certainly. Gemty's keeping an eye on what we're seeing on the screens here. Athletic. Oh, that's a little ditch as the nades find it. I was going to say,
one coming back though.
When you're in a pocket like that, it's kind of almost certainly just going to roll down on top of you. And there you go. K-Mine finds it. So Extreme now the last man standing, and he's getting shot from the side as well. I think that's Microfried taking a couple of shots onto Extreme.
And the problem comes with this hill. You just don't have an opportunity to peek anywhere in the open. There's just so many eyes here, and as we have to see Ghost elsewhere picking a knock and a flush onto J-Sang, which is that's going to cause problems for them because they've got a lot of ground to cover.
Gemty engaging on Cloud9 from that hillside.
Look at this liquid split.
And it does continue to shrink. It's going onto the hill. We know where it's going. It's been going there the whole time. We've seen this circle so many times. Now, Team Liquid, are they going to get caught off guard here by the full space station push? Ibby's going to be the man that will find them first. James may well have some vision of them as well. Gemty's backing away, but I feel that information's there. Ibby's in a vehicle. He's going to back away from this one. Space station might well just caught him completely napping it. He's not aware of it. What? Meanwhile, Wanted's just going to kill himself. That's up in the north. No surprise with that one. But I think Ibitsa's about to get overrun.
Yeah, SSG actually encroaching faster and faster on this. We need James to swing back here. It doesn't even look like Ibby.
All on the hillside. Ibby, he's gone. He's found himself a crate. He sees the crate down to the... He's kind of thinking, I saw it come down here somewhere. Don't know whether he's going to find it. Poko Molodoy also on the move on her vehicle. He's the sole survivor for Na'Vi as well. Going to try and play the edges as long as he can. I think that's what Ibby's doing. He's just checking the cliff sides, right?
Yeah, because teams can lurk. If they lose a couple of players early, this is a good spot for your solos or UGOs to kind of lay low for a couple of circles and then look for some free kills. We see Kane shutting down Crush over here towards Novo, actually. Hell yeah, brother, opting to move towards Novo. I guess, aware that Ghost have rotated out. But G2 now with a wide split across the northeast side of the circle.
So I've seen Ents finish from an exact same position that G2 hold because the circle slowly pulls over to them. Space Station continuing. As Mexi's just going to finish off those vehicles and make sure the tires are popped. If any chance they can. Just still the one frag for 8C early on. As G2 move into the circle. Samty may well be the one that's surprised by Space Station. As everybody down low, I got a feeling it's going to pull up to this hill. It generally does. It's going to find themselves in a real tough spot in a moment.
Yeah, and this could backfire on Team Liquid. It looks like Ibby's actually been made aware of the situation. Samty maybe relaying that information. Ibby going to move a bit further south and maybe get some angles on to help with SSG, but I mean, this is where it becomes scrappy, where teams, end up on the side of the hill. They can't really open peek the other team, and actually with Team Liquid running this split, it's...
Pokemolodo saw Ibby.
Yeah, he's close as well.
You might catch him on the bike yet. There's Mexi just having a little peek down the hill. Circle coming in, slow but surely. Vasili's the only one that's out in the blue, and well, I think G2 are keeping him out there, so keeping an eye on Mexi. Just looking for every tree. Just, you can see where his eyes, every little tree. Okay, Samty surely aware of Space Station now. Well, he definitely is now, but it's too late. And Etra catches him with the SLR. Is there going to be any backup support? You can hear the bike from Ibby, but I think it's too late, and they've realized they've given up on it. And I think that's just too greedy from Team Liquid.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Running that split's fine. You control a lot of the circle, but if one of your team gets isolated, it's a free kill. And we see that there with Samty getting cleaned up.
It has pulled south here a little bit, which means FaZe's compound, well, they can still keep on dropping down the hillside, but it's not going to be the central point. And where Team Liquid, this strong hillside position, could work out for them. The question is, will they work out? Now, just like previous game, we're going to see Ghost and Space Station going at it. The Rumblers on the move. They're coming up the hillside, right past Extreme. Look at that. Former MPL player just sitting, waiting. Does Wallace see him? Wallace sees him, yeah. Spots the backpack, I guess, down low. And that's going to be Atletico going out in 12th.
Yeah, and I mean, let's go in a position that he can't really go any further east. He just had to lay low after, I think it was a C9 fight. And Rumbler's already third party in that fight as well, so they were aware that there were solos dotted around.
Crate being gifted to Ghost Gaming there. I wonder if that's going to draw attention. Oh, Pomey's managed to find himself insight there. Pomey taken down incognito. This is all happening down low, though. So everyone needs to make the moves down this side of the hillside. G2 are one of those teams making the move, and they're coming straight towards Ghost Gaming. Everybody occupying this south side. There's not a lot of cover down there as we watch Mexi picking easy free shots onto incognito.
Yeah, and one thing to note, we'd already picked up on is we actually hear an Orm fire off elsewhere on Moldo, yeah. FaZe not being able to capitalize from this early position they had.
Everybody trying to confirm the kills. 5 counting for Rumblers. That's not too bad. Aitzi with that SLR drumming into the smoke. K-Mine pops up, decides to take a quick shot at them, confirm another point for Cloud9. They need all the points they can get right now, languishing at the bottom of the table. Mixie waits. Waikiki Mukau, show yourself. Juxi, anyone?
He's not even full health as well. Mexi getting the knocks there on the Waikiki Mukau. And actually Juxi further behind him in the blue. Hopefully going to opt to deny these points, but there's not a lot he can do from there.
G2 about to make the move on Ghost Gaming. They're slowly moving forward as a 4-0. Keep my eye on when that plays out. There's an Orm for McCoy. That's dangerous.
2 Orms in play.
Interesting. Hello, Drayden's just found Fuzz. That's a drop down, so Drayden trying to move up there. TedFace are going to have to move away from this. They confirm it. Jeems steals it away there, and that's actually drawn the attention back at G2. G2 kind of turned back around on this one.
I mean, this is where Team Liquid have opted to move back towards was actually a spot that Gemty was controlling with this greedy split, and now they're in a position where they have center circle for free effectively. That shift as well. Wow. Yeah. What can you say about that one?
Well, Team Liquid, they're loving life right now. As is K-Mine, by the way. He's got himself a little divot there that could play out well for him. Juxi goes out in the blue, so 11th for him, but FaZe down to 2. Running out of nades as well. They're trying to underhand one down onto Drayden's head, but not going to work out. Now G2 spotted by Team Liquid down low. Ibi finds Udia as they try and look down this. Now I'm wondering whether Space Station or Ghost are going to try and benefit from this. It's going to be the North American rumble down south, I feel, with everybody all clashing along with the European players on the hillside.
Yeah, and we'd already called this earlier on. Pittsburgh Knights moving to where they moved early on allowed them to apply this pressure now where FaZe can't get down the hill. Because Pittsburgh Knights took the watchtower on the east side of Observatory, they're now in a position where, FaZe Clan have to drop down in the open effectively.
He takes another hit, Drayden up close. G2 move closer, but there's Godspeed popping over, finds Valiant. Ghosts have already been engaged as well by Space Station, so they're aware of their position. Pokémon, by the way, is going to be creeping in behind them and hoping that he can benefit from any of this. Rumblers at the moment have a great spot because they're just sitting on the edge and watching everything happen. As Kane, well, the knock came in from Drayden, but Ibi steals it instantly.
Yeah, I mean, Liquid just have so much vision from this spot on the hill here, and they're still actually playing fairly split as well. Ibi and Gemty down towards that one dip, and Jeems up on the top by the trees, where actually Pokemolodoy on the south side here could play spoiler on SSG, because they're not close enough to get this trade or the res, and obviously Ghost moving in with the circle as well. This could be troublesome for SSG. You see, Drassel knows what trees Hetzel's on with this eye tracker.
Oh, that's going to be the bleed out from Valiant, so they're not going to be able to get back and help him out. And Pokémon turns onto Ghost instead. Gets Drassel down. 80 also in the distance. Gets another. But Pokémon from the blue just going off and confirming all the kills he can. Gets as many points. And it really puts a problem for Ghost. And Space Station will move straight in on that.
Yeah, and McCoy now in a really, really difficult position because Hetero and Baha have both swung around this way. You can already see McCoy taking damage as we jump on. Mexi going to get the res on 80 here, as we do have 2 members of Pittsburgh Knights down as well. And there we go, actually. Was that the third party from G2? No, AC's still going to get res here, sorry.
Yeah, Reels goes down, that's confirmed. Snark is the last man for the Knights as Drayden's bleeding out, so FaZe will get 2 back on their feet. Space Station still with 2, but Team Liquid on this hillside are looking golden right now. G2, they're going to have themselves a really good angle on this one. Rumblers as well over on the western side still keeping themselves down low and waiting for the circle to move. Where will it shrink to? That's the question. North, south, east, west. Drayden going to get flushed out by Mexi.
Yeah, Knight's now in a really rough spot because We've got Snark down in the other dip next to the hill that Team Liquid are occupying, and there's just such a huge open space to run across, especially as a solo.
Okay, Mind has still got a Panda down there. He's well aware that there's someone over there. Still looking for the Rumblers as well. Just caught a little glimpse of the head there, yep. So he immediately switches to the nade. Waiting, doesn't want to challenge out that M24 nade. Oh, lands at his feet. Oh. He can't. No messing with that nade. So that deals with that. But that gives Rumblers a mind that there is somebody down low. They've all turned towards him. Meanwhile, Chris up on high has got an angle on Team Liquid. Tried to flank around them. He's just going to smoke off the angle.
I mean, actually, we should see Team Liquid fall back towards this dip, but the big problem is that with G2 and FaZe up here, they have the opportunity to peek over the top of the hill. And at that point, Team Liquid just kind of sat there in the dip. As we can see, Warder with the color.
Looks like a great nade. Yeah, that's off.
Oh,
does only
half damage.
Only half, okay. But it was an absolute pinpoint nade. Look at that, they're going to get the shot right above him. Look up, K-Mine, look up. They're coming for you. Microfry, oh, it's going to be a little underhand from Microfry. It doesn't quite cook it enough, though. Now he sees him. Yeah, K-Mine's just hugging that cliff for all he's worth at the moment. Question is, does it draw attention? No, because Team Liquid are too engaged with G2 and the Knights, etc. over the side there.
Oh, no.
C9, it's going to be 7th place for them. The Knights will fall in 6th, as G2 also will crumble as well, as they get picked off left, right, and center. It will be a 5th place for them if Brex go the last man standing. It's caused a problem for Team Liquid, but the teams will get him down, but they lost a pizza in the process to Space Station.
Yeah, and actually, Space Station pushing up to the south side of this. In vision of Rumblers, taking a couple of hits. We've got Baha back behind the tree, who's out by the circle right now. We've got AC pushing up. Actually, James, wow, spinning around on AC, getting the down there.
Well played from him. Mexi, last man standing for FaZe. I tell you what, Rumblers, we were talking about on the desk, will we see a second team picking up 2 wins? It could be another win for Rumblers. They have the numbers advantage. Space Station also coming in. 2 chances for a back-to-back here. GMT, though, pumping out the shots. James doing work. They still have to deal with the 3 European players remaining and 5 NA players. GMT trying to spray into the smoke and see what he can get.
Yeah, and actually, this dip has just worked out so well for Team Liquid. They've done so well to obviously defend it, but Mexi coming down. Actually, wow, Warder getting the knock onto Hetzel with the Orm here. We could see Rumblers get aggressive towards SSG.
So that's one down low. Are they going to try and push on it? Hetra's just going to bleed. I don't think there's anything they can do with that. Team Liquid going to try and steal that kill away as well. They're trying to confirm it. I just saw a hit blip come in. Waldo will confirm. Headshot cheeky with the scar.
I like this position here from Rumblers. They're not getting too overzealous. Microfire's kind of playing anchor over on the top side here, just obviously stopping any potential players. Well, obviously Mexi is the last remaining one from FaZe up on the other side of that circle, but I'm liking this play so far from Rumblers.
8 kills and counting so far. They've been fairly quiet, watching everybody play out on the hillside. Mexi's position is very much known. Microfry's SLR honed in on him, so I don't see Mexi getting off that hillside. Unless they look at this, everybody's trained onto Mexi, so his position is pretty much screwed. He's outside the circle as well. Team Liquid in the dip, so he can't go to the right-hand side. He has to go left, and that's, he's just trying to draw the attention. Is he going to just nade over down towards Team Liquid? I think he looks like he is.
Yeah, there goes the nade.
Doing what he can.
He does get the knock onto Gemty.
Oh, he got the knock. I can't believe it. Is there anything second to follow through? James will be able to get in and get the revive in him because he's back at the UAZ, but Bahawaka's moving for this. Bahawaka, look at the run from the south. He's charging up the hillside. Mexi goes down. Bahawaka tries to make the move. James is trying to get in and get the revive, but I think they maybe heard Bahawaka coming. James quickly tries to get a peek down the hillside, but he's going to go and stick the res. Rumblers, they have a massive chance to take another victory here.
Yeah, and James actually not even sticking the res on Gemty just yet. He's very aware of the fact that Baha probably pushed up during that engagement. I think he's going to come back now and stick the res. He's going to put Team Liquid back to 2, but the 3 remembering Rumblers players, they're actually closest to the edge, so they're the ones that need to make the moves.
You know, speaking to Godspeed yesterday and obviously seeing the whole odds debacle that's come out and putting them rock bottom at 16th place, he said, you guys, everybody keeps counting my team out, but we'll turn up and deliver. Last time they were there as Noble, they got themselves 3rd place in the international tournament, and this could be a 2nd victory if they can take down Team Liquid and Space Station. Them engaging is perfect for the Rumblers. This is exactly what they need. They're taking central point. Waldo's about to come over the brow, but Hawaka's about to take it in the ear. There we go. That's going to be Jeems taking Bahawaka down, but they traded, and that just makes this one man, Jeems, versus 3 Rumblers, all piling up the hill. He's trying to stick the rest. Can he get it in time? No. Pulls away. Jeems realizes the pressure's on, and the Rumblers come over. They will take themselves their 2nd win of the day, and it's a massive point score once again for them. I think it was a 9 or 10 kill game as well. Fantastic.